Get ready for a world of wonder. NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bring you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, of course, we getting into the geek with a little bit of hip hop put together, but we're gonna lay it down on that dope children's fantasy journey film, A Wrinkle in Time. And this is a non-spoiler review. No spoilers here, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. We're gonna get into the generals and not into the specifics so you can have a great time this weekend. So, how do I feel about A Wrinkle in Time? It's really imaginative. Now, this is full disclosure, I've never read the book. So all my book people that might be, like, you didn't read the book. I'm sorry, never read the book. So we're gonna slide all that knowledge to the side because I don't know it anyway. But this is a really imaginative story. And just for what they try to do, where they go, just the vision of the film and how they set up certain effects and stuff. This is just, it's wonder. It's getting back to that Disney wonder that I really enjoy. Just something that kids can look at and just have their eyes wide open and, their hearts full of joy and all that good stuff. But of course, like most Disney stories, there's something wrong with the parents. So in the trailer, this is not a spoiler, Pops is gone. And Disney will take your parents. I'm just letting you know. Disney will take your parents, and any kid in it, your parents about to be gone. But in this case, we get this sense of wonder and this sense of family that is very strong in this. And I think they do a good job, especially with siblings, and how to navigate their relationship, because you have Meg and her little brother Charles Wallace, and just how they relate to each other is just really good. It's not your basic relationship where you see on TV when you have siblings where they're always, kind of back at odds or making fun of each other or something like this. It's good to see some siblings that care about each other and want to be around each other. And real quick, I want to stop just for a second to talk about the direction. There's a lot of cool shots in this. Some very sprawling, just lovely colors and angles that are used in this that are very, very unique. And it's cool to see Ava step into this realm of like fantasy and, kind of children specific atmosphere, tones and stuff, and just do so well. And the way she goes from the real to surreal is interesting in how she moves between the both and sometimes blends them and makes it natural. And then when it needs to be unnatural, of course, there are some parts, you're like looking around, you're kind of like the kids, like something's not right here. Something's missing. And it's really cool. It just helps feed into that sense of like, this is some kind of fantastical journey that we're on. And it's very cool. Now I'm gonna get into some other stuff in a second, because why this movie kind of pushes it over the edge for me and why I think for kids, this is definitely a good look. So we're gonna get to that, but first, of course, Cure Brand, go help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check that link below. Shirts, hats, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, cop it. Now, let's get into what I think really pulls it in, which is the acting. You have the parents, Gugu and Mbatha-Raw and Chris Pine, and both of them are very serviceable, kind of standard, doing their thing, holding it down. But this movie focuses in on the kids. So how are the kids? Like, can the kids act? And the answer is yes. There are some cheesy moments that they give you, but it's a kid's film. There's stuff that's supposed to be cheesy. Take yourself get out of your like 30, 40, 50-year-old self and go into your 10-year-old self, all right? And experience this. And the cheese is there for the children. And when I was in my screening and I checked it out, I could see the kids' faces when they were walking out of it, and it was all smiles. So it definitely connected with them. And you need some cheese in your life, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think, you know, Fuller House is doing so well? You need some cheese back in your life, just a little bit of cheese, not a lot. But in this case, they really give you these three kids that are you're able to relate to them very well. And they don't play up like any specific tropes like that. They just let them be kids. And that's what I really enjoyed about the acting, is that they just let them be kids. They were dealing with heavy themes and, you know, feelings about family, about love, about loss, but they still let them be kids in this and let them kind of find their own way. And sometimes we gotta let kids find their own way. And in this, I think it was a natural progression of how they were acting. And I enjoyed it. Now, with that said, you got the three misses, and they are eclectic. I think that's the best way I could say. They are eclectic, and they're very unique on their own, but together they're actually an interesting trio. The way they relate to each other and talk to each other, it's funny, but it doesn't take away from the story. Of course, I'm pretty sure there's some people in the trailer. You see that some of the effects some of the effects look like, oh, this might be not finished or whatever, but trust me, it plays into kind of like the surrealness of the world that they go to, or when they're crossing, you know, through these different, you know, periods of time or lands or universes. So I'm not really mad about that. And one of the biggest things that throws this over for me, and why I got to give it the score I'm getting, is because there's a part of this movie where one of the kids kills it in the acting game. Like, I mean, the kid, for the people that read the book, you guys already know, but for people that don't, there's one of the kids that really kills it as far as the acting and really changes the game. I mean, it goes from one end to the other. It goes from 0 to 60 real quick, 0 to 100, 0 to 200. Like, I mean, you go from one attitude to the other. And there's some stuff about this that gets creepy, weird, and dark. And I gotta give it some props because I did not expect that. I mean, me, of course, not reading the book, there's some stuff that I really was not ready for. And to me, it was a treat to see it. So with the great acting, with kids that I could relate to, kids that I could actually root for and actually care about through this story, I'm straight up gonna give this joint 4 stars. I had a great time. I enjoy the misses. I like the surreal look and the way it was directed, you know, floating between the real and the surreal. I love Meg, I love Charles Wallace. I love that siblings can be together without fighting all the time. This was a treat for me, man. It ended up being kind of like a feel-good movie, but you know, you got your journey in there. And I thought it was real fun. I really enjoyed it. Now, of course, there might be some people that read the book that know more than I do, but for what I saw, I had a very good time. So guys, holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, if you're gonna put a spoiler there, please put spoiler in all caps and then hit enter like 18 times or something. Like, just don't put spoilers down there below. People need to see the movie first. At least wait until maybe like Monday or something, and you throw spoilers in there. But allow people to enjoy the movie, because I think you guys will like it, especially if you got some kids. I think this joint will be right up your alley because you have the father and son, or the mother and son, or father and daughter connections and stuff, and things that you can talk about and, you know, have a good time. So before I bounce, I want to tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos for the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that NERDSoul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, just because everything looks real doesn't mean it is real. Peace.